Welcome everybody, and super happy dappy yabba dabba doo Friday fun day to all of you. My name is Rob Appell, coming to you live from my home studio here in beautiful sunny California, but you know it's all about my friends over at Stitchin Heaven in Quitman, Texas, and I think it's 175,000 degrees there. They said it was going to be quite warm, so we're just going to tease them a little bit longer. Oh, I got an audio situation. I'll be right back. Don't you mind me. There's always some sort of tech issue going on around here. And that was just that I had my monitor on, so I'm going to check my comments. We're coming at you. We have Facebook and YouTube going live today. I'm very excited to see you all here. Just checking in and making sure all of the feeds are working. And if it's your first time here, again, welcome. It's a live feed on YouTube. We do a regularly recorded video every Wednesday-ish. We call it So Well with Rob Appell, or we're doing other things like designer interviews, so special, so spaces, all kinds of things like that. But Fridays are just a way for me to get together with all of you, check in. I love getting comments from you. Please let me know where you're coming from. Let me know your name and those kinds of things. I try not to pay too much attention during the live video. I will check back for questions periodically and things. If you ever need and you want to get a hold of me directly, I have my email listed somewhere. I've got a magic button I can push, so we'll just put that up right now. It's rob@stitchinheaven.com. So if you ever have a question that I can help you with, you want to engage, you want to know what's working in the near coming future, coming towards tutorials and that kind of stuff, feel free, shoot me an email, rob@stitchinheaven.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me. And like I said, I love doing these Fridays. Last week was wild rowdy. I haven't even looked at what it looked like from all of your end of the camera, but I was, yes, out at Charisma Horton, Charisma Horton's Little Bink Barn on Fawn Acres, I think we're calling it. It was awesome, and towards our video, towards the end of today's video, I've got a fun little slideshow I'll share with all of you, so stick around for that. Got to hang out with Andrew Lee, the combat quilter, and of course Big Rob and the rest of the family. So that was really fun, and I've got some things to share with you on that. And I also like to share with you, again, if you're new here, a couple things. So right away, please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so you always get notified. I do go live at other times as well, and we'd love to have you join us. We have over 45,000 subscribers. We're pretty excited about that. I would like you to be one of them. So if you're not, subscribe. And also we have a Facebook group that is called So Well Rob Appell. And it's a private group, so it's easier for us to share photos and ideas and things like that. And I am the gatekeeper, so just request to be let in, and I will go through all of your quilting credentials and see if you are worthy. No, that's terrible. I'll let you in, I promise. And just go ahead and let them know you saw it here. You got the information here. And then I know it's you're safe. We want to have you in our community, of course. And then we also like to do some announcements. So let's dive right in. We've been having some pretty major things going on at Stitchin Heaven. A lot of this stuff you can take advantage of whether you're online or local. So I'm going to roll through some pretty awesome announcements, and here we go. If you didn't see a couple weeks ago, in the entire month of August, if you buy a handy quilter, Amara, the Infinity, or the Pro Stitcher, which is the computer system that drives the long arm for you, we will give you a Laura Star lift iron for free. That's a $749 value. The lift iron, it works fantastic, folks. It's a portable steam iron that you can use for, well, I would first recommend it for steaming the backing of your fabric that you're putting onto that awesome handy quilter frame setup. That makes the most sense to me if you ask me. So at any rate, I got distracted within the announcements here. Let's go back in. And this is something, guys, folks, pay attention. I'm going to leave this up here for a while so you can get these codes written down. The blue lettering is what you're looking for. Those are the codes. So this was something we were doing up through Wednesday, but we are extending the offer to all of you. If you're watching this video, we've extended these discounts on our quilt kits. We are having a bunch of fun videos coming up with quilt kits involved. I'm going to tell you which ones you're going to want to have in stock for yourselves. But if you buy one, you get 20% off. You buy two, you get 30% off. And if you buy three, you get 40% off. So those are the blue codes you'll type in at checkout. And it is available through the end of this evening. So today's Friday. August 18th, so until midnight, and I don't know if that's Pacific or Central Time where we're located in Texas, but why wait? Just take advantage. Get your kits in your shopping cart right now and take advantage of those deals. Like I said, they ended on Wednesday, but I wanted to do something super special for all y'all. Getting it? I'm getting it. Mostly because, check this out, folks. So this week, we did some really fun tutorials. We had a Make the Gumballs quilt kit, and it's going amazing. People are loving the tutorial, and I think I know why. It's because I am, like I do often when I open up a quilt kit, I like to recycle the work. So if you win one of these quilt kits from us, let me show you what happens here. You get the quilt kit, and it's all but complete. Meaning that, oh, that's right, I'm also including a new exclusive So Well with Rob Appell sticker. Those are limited edition. But so I opened up the kit. I tried to put it back as best as I could. But here you see the gumball blocks that I made in the tutorial of the week. And so these two blocks plus all of the parts and pieces, folks, these are laser cut. Everything is exactly what you need to size. So if you were watching the tutorial, you probably noticed I wasn't using a rotary cutter. I wasn't using a rotary cutting tools at all for trimming because everything was pre-cut and sized down. So anyways, through the entire, and I said in the video the end of the month, but what I really mean is September, because I wanted to give you all a bunch of extra time. So you can comment on that YouTube video. You must watch that YouTube video, be subscribed, and comment. There's a secret code to comment, and you may be one of the, or the winner of the awesome Gumballs quilt kit. Now I'm pointing this out for another reason. There's a lot of, you would think that we actually put this together on purpose. Isn't this amazing? But check this out. Somewhere in my nifty drawings here on my screen. Uh-oh, did it go missing? I'm terrified. Nope, there it is. Ta-da! Tonight, I just got in the email right before I signed up. So make sure you're signed up for our newsletters on Jenny, you're killing me. I'm trying to do, this is the best. Jenny, all caps Jenny is back, everybody. I love you, all caps Jenny. Sorry, I was trying to tell everybody about the midnight special. So this is the gumballs, the mocha, the browns, the creams, another really beautiful colorway of the gumballs program. And so at any rate, that's the midnight special. What I was trying to say before Jenny started yelling at me across the keyboard there was that you cannot double dip. So 50% off, I think, is what the gumball quilt was. Was that what it said? Was it half off? I can't even read. I need my glasses. Oh, $50. Okay. So at any rate, help yourself to the best deal. We'll get you taken care of. If you have any problems, just contact customer service. Not Rob, but customer service at stitchinheaven.com. You see what I just did there? And yes, I am watching all of the comments down here. This is great. And Jenny, I thought I'd hurt your feelings, and I'm so glad to see that you and I have that kind of relationship. This is wonderful, folks, and this is why I go live. You just made my day. Jenny, you just totally made my day. This is incredible. And some of you know why, and some of you are like, well, what is he talking about right now? And so at any rate, I also want to remind you, a couple weeks ago, I'm diving deep. We have a lot of brand new quilters again. This is amazing. So I'm diving deep into the basics. I put up a tutorial video that I think you all should watch, and it's really about the basics of rotary cutting, but not cutting, I should say cutters. And so check out the video. I'm going to walk you through the differences between all of the different size blades and what they're used for and intended for. Also how to change out your blades, how to make sure that they're right-handed, left-handed, some specialty things like that. And I think it's a good review for a lot of us. I talk a little bit about what happens when you get blades stuck together, the sharpening tools, those kinds of things. So I think it's important information. And I actually was just working on another fun tutorial that'll be available. We've got a couple of neat ones coming at you in the next few weeks. Should you or should you not pre-wash cotton fabrics? You're welcome to put your opinions in the comments on this video, even if you'd like. Of course, I'll want to know in that video what you think. And then also my top secret tip for accurate patchwork. So I've got some really fun new projects I've been filming, real inspired again in the home studio. You can also see I am completely obsessed with this rug. It is still getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Look, I put up a camera just so you can see the piles of fabric. Folks, those green strips are all stitched together on the bias. I'd pick them up, but I've already been stabbed with one of the safety pins in there. But I can point out, maybe you can see, I got some of those pins. Oops, I just pulled it out of the end. I got some of those pins that have like the numbers in them. And that's awesome. So now I'm actually able to keep my strips totally organized even right before I get ready to start ironing. What I've been doing is I've been making all my rows, right? But I've been using my clips to keep them from unwinding, but I've also started tagging them so that this is the color that sews onto the next edge. And so it's really making sense and staying accurate. So I've got 4 more rolls. I've got about another 8 more bundles of fabric over there. Got about another, oh my goodness, here, what is this, 30 or 40 foot of rope to go. I've got 200 more feet of rope across the room. I really want to go all the way out to these dark greens. I got stabbed yesterday. That's why I'm being so delicate with these. All the way out to these dark greens so that this will look perfect in my garden room. So this is the goal. This is the intention. I keep threatening to do a tutorial for all of you, but I'm having so much fun with the rug that I'm just keeping going. And this is why I'm having fun with the rug, folks, is I've needed something to keep my mind and my hands extra busy. Yes, I'm planning. Yes, I'm being creative. But I'm putting probably an hour or 2 in the evening into this rug. And so I will mention again, and this was part of, like, we're going to flip-flop around a little bit of what's been going on in Rob's life. That's part of what this show is all about on Fridays. So here you see my lovely daughter. That's yesterday. In the evening, she convinced me I should give her another tattoo. Her and her friends work at the coffee shop together, so they got matching coffee bean tattoos. And but she's leaving for college. We roll out Monday as a family, and I'm talking about the entire Griswolds, folks. We have the grandparents going. We have the brother and his girlfriend going. We have multiple cars. People are flying in. We are all taking my daughter to college, and it's going to be wonderful. But you know what it must be like if you haven't had kids, or if you've had kids and you've been through this, you know, like we're getting ready to have our youngest child and our daughter go off to a school, stayed away. And so we're very excited, but I've needed something to help me process through some of those anxious feelings I've been having. You know, if you've watched the show enough, you know, sew is about sewing and well is more about wellness. And as a recovering alcoholic, I found that my sewing world is now where I used to spend my time drinking, because it helps me distract myself from some of those things that do need processing. And so we've been having a lot of great family time together this last few weeks, really focusing on Ruby as she gets ready to go. But also I've been obsessed with this rug, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just know myself, it won't be done until I get home from taking Ruby off to school, because it's all part of the processing process, right? I think I might have missed a few announcements. Let me go right back. I'm sorry, folks. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but we always have a flash sale every week, and there was a couple of really cool items hitting the flash sale this week. Up in that top corner is a bag of threads from Isacord. I believe it's the 40 weight 10 spools, and that Isacord thread is fantastic, folks. And then down there, the middle of the bottom is your sideburn trimmer. You may also use that for cutting away any loose threads. It works fantastic as a seam ripper. It also sounds like a small tattoo machine, so of course we think that's clever and fun. And as we're going through, I also want to point out we are constantly adding to our block of the month features, and I'm getting really excited. Anita and I today we're planning on some really great things. I'm going to get involved more with block of the month, and I'm super excited to be part of this, because it's just a great way for us to really learn together. It's a great way for us to sew together. And who are we kidding, folks? Most of us do this because it helps us process. It helps us entertain, helps us, you know, do whatever we're doing. I'm sure we could buy a rug or make a quilt, or buy a quilt or a blanket, something much easier, but it's the joy and the passion of doing it is why we do this. So at any rate, block of the months are fantastic kits. And again, man, I feel sorry I'm jumping all over, but I forgot to point out that the next kit that I have already filmed, and it's in the editing room right now, is this one that's called Different Opinions. It's really a fun project also. A lot of folks had different opinions of what they were seeing in that quilt top there. And so at any rate, this will be one we also give away. You get a sticker. You can see I've already made one of or two of the little blocks here. That's your basic block unit you're looking at. All of your colors are in there. Again, they're also all pre-cut, folks. A lot of our quilt kits come this way now. And so when we say pre-cut, that doesn't just mean for applique only. It means we'll cut your rectangles, squares, and triangles also for you. And I think that's pretty terrific. Again, it's a great way, like my rug, to have something around that you can just process with when you're maybe sorting through some of those bigger quilting challenges or art challenges that you have in your life. And you've got the masterpiece on the design wall and you just need a little something to keep those hands in the machine running while you're staring at the masterpiece to make sure it's coming along as you expect. So that's pretty cool, I think. And as I suspected, one more chance here at some really exciting news, which is the fact that we went out and we did Operation Barn Crashers, and it's time for that big slideshow. So here it is, folks. I'm going to give you a little narration over it. Hopefully the music's not too loud, but this is what happened let me give you the little preface. So my dear friend, Charisma Horton, those of you who know my quilting history know she's been part of my life for the last couple of years. We bonded during COVID over a beautiful quilt that I am now the proud owner of. I would hold it up right now, but she's sending it to me. That's right, she gifted me her original quilt. That was the first quilt I ever saw from her, photographed on a World War II aircraft. And the story just starts there and goes. Even getting a little choked up myself, but she's an amazingly dear friend of mine, very, very inspiring to me and to many of you. About a year plus ago, she and her husband moved to a house, a new property that had an old horse barn and a bunch of chickens, and farming and homesteading and converting this old horse barn into what she now calls her Little Bink Barn has been her, literally, I don't know that she's slept in a year. And it was really fun. I wanted selfishly just to go out and celebrate and be part of it. I've been hanging out with my friend Andrew Lee, the combat quilter, and my other friend Mark Durrell, the quilting Marine. And we decided we would go out there and help Charisma. At the last moment, Mark couldn't make it. He's fine, folks, no problems with Mark. He decided he was going to make another kaleidoscope quilt instead. And no, I'm just teasing Mark. But at any rate, so here's the video and here's what happened. Andrew and I left our homes about 4 a.m., flew in the day before to be help. And boy, it was an amazing experience. That was the pink barn in the background. There's Andrew staring outside, probably looking at the chickens. And we did a bunch of recon so we would be prepared for our infiltration. Did you see a quilt we have to stop for? Oh my gosh, look at that. Andrew's got quite the eagle eye. There is a quilt in a barn just sitting there. You want to go grab it? Oh, it's a compressor quilt. It's sitting over somebody's air compressor. Yeah, hand pieced, hand stitched, just sitting out there over an air compressor. There's my friend Charisma. I think we surprised her good. And a bunch of her family and community also came out. You know, she had tons of volunteers. Andrew said he did a lot of work, but he stood around a lot until late at night, and then he hung the one last quilt and acted like he had done a bunch of work. This was the next morning. Of course, the drone went with us. And I'll be putting together a really fun adventure video about all of this. But it was just such a blessing to be out there and see all of this happen after hearing the dreams for the last year. Of course, her boys, adults, all came together and just made all of these visitors just feel incredibly welcome. It was awesome. Prizes and quilts for sale, and there was standing room only at the trunk show inside of Big Rob's barn, or his shop coming. And the disadvantage I found out with Charisma being married to a gentleman named Rob, that's Big Rob there, folks. And so that means, unfortunately, that makes me Little Rob, and I'm in a pink shirt, which I don't know how I feel about. And Andrew was paying people $5 each if they would call me Little Rob for the rest of my life, even if I was sitting at my wonderful table I painted for Charisma. And that's the whole story basically there, folks. So yes, it was a huge blessing to get together, to get to spend a couple of days hanging out with Andrew, to get to meet more of Charisma's extended family. and to be a part of something that we saw so many of all of you coming together in our community as well. And it was just really neat. Folks, you've heard about that energy that happens when people come together and volunteer and serve and work and help. And yeah, I didn't sleep for about 2 days, but I don't know if I've ever been happier. It was an amazing experience, and it was such a reward to see it all come together. So Charisma Horton, congratulations on the opening of the Little Bink Barn on Fawn Acres. Your quilts are awesome. Your family is even more impressive. And my dear friend, thank you for inspiring me and all of my viewers and our viewers out there. I don't even know if I said that right, but boy, again, I'm choked up. It was an incredible, incredible experience. So let me take a moment, catch my breath, and go through some of the comments and see if there's any questions. If you folks have questions, feel free to put them in right now. Thank you for the compliments on the rug. I see Scotland. I saw Germany, I believe. Of course, Carl's out there. And I see West Virginia and locals in Texas and New Zealand. Wow, this is really exciting, folks. Thank you for joining us from all around the world. How incredible is that? Oh my gosh, pretty great. It's going to be another great week, like I said, coming up. I'm going to get ready to sign off because I'm heading to my daughter Ruby's going away party tonight. The coffee bar and her boss for the last several years is barbecuing and throwing her a big going away farewell party. Like I said, this is it. She's moving to Portland. She's going to the University of Portland to study nursing. And it's just an exciting, exciting time. My son Braden starts his junior year at Cal Poly, studying to be a elementary school teacher and taking after his mom and her footsteps. And it's just, obviously you can see I'm very proud today. I will do my best to be live next week, Friday, but it is in the middle of move-in time and all of the parent stuff that's going on in Portland. So if I forget like I almost did last week, Carl and the rest of you, please forgive me. Know that I am having a blast. I'll do my best to put pictures up, if nothing else, on our social media, Facebook, so Instagram, that kind of stuff. Capture a little redo video or something to let you all know. Maybe Ruby will do a live dorm room tour. I know that she's got a lot of accessories for her fort. We're getting an ice maker and a microwave we've got to pick up still, and a little mini fridge and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, pretty great. And again, I thank you all for being here today on this wonderful Friday afternoon. Do not forget about, let me just put it back up, folks. There's those codes if you'd like to take advantage of some extra great prices on some of our quilting kits. Not just the ones I was showing you, but any of the quilt kits. Buy one, get 20 off. Buy two, get 30 off. Buy three, get 40 off. And just use those blue codes you see right there. When you check out, that'll take good care of you. And again, I just appreciate you all being here. If you have any other questions I can help you with out throughout the week, and let me know via email. And I am a very proud papa. All caps, Jenny. It's great to have you back. Everybody, great to have everybody here this week. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Until I